Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sonett project. Today we're working on the rear axle, which is basically just a stick with some brakes on it. And yeah, I know, everyone's done brakes, but this car is actually pretty unique in that they don't suck. I actually really like these brakes, and I'd kind of like to show you why, because they're super cool. They're also not stuck on there, which is, well, unusual for these. The spindles also look great. In fact, they would probably deserve a cleaner rag. But who cares, right? Anyway, the shoes look new, so it's kind of why I suspect someone's been in here lately, especially since they're not matching parts side to side. So I'm glad I'm redoing everything so I can verify it's done at least somewhat correctly. No guarantees. However, what I should have done is dealt with this parking brake cable before I disconnected everything. Because, yeah, this sucks. I'm glad I figured out that I need to do the cable first. It's a lot easier, trust me. But this side was all messed up, and I'm pretty sure that happened when I was originally trying to remove the axle. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. The pin's out, mission accomplished, but it's just one more thing I need to fix later. Now that that has been taken care of, it's time for the last suspension arm. I'm not sure why I left it on as long as I did. The clamps that hold the parking brake cables on are super cool. They're actually just a little strip of steel that's bent around itself and then held in place with a cotter pin. I'm honestly impressed how simple this is. I wish I could save them because they're cool, but they're rusty and gross, and I'll come up with something else. But it's really neat to see these little tiny bits of unique engineering. Or maybe this is super common, but I've just never seen them before. Disconnecting the parking brake lines from the axle is a lot easier than doing it from the parking brake. All I needed to do was slide these little sleeves backwards out of that bore, and then compress the spring a tiny bit to get them to come out. I will probably have to replace one of these, because I'm sure you remember I tried to cut one in half. That was a bad idea, but hey, that's what the parts car is for, am I right? I'm still really impressed with just how good a shape everything is in on this car. Actually, aside from my daily driver, this is the youngest one I have, as in, like, mileage-wise. I love my Miata, but even that thing can be a little crusty sometimes. This was way before I got my nice big compressor, but I still wanted to try sandblasting. However, I don't have the air pressure for that to work. That's a bummer. Oh well, I'll just paint it. Taking one of the belts from my sander and then cutting it in half made it super easy to sand this. I'm not really sure how else I would do it besides just going at it with the angle grinder for, I don't know, a few hours maybe? Then I decided to wrap the axle in paper towels and soak it with Evapo-Rust. I've got a ton of that stuff, and Well, that random orange juice jug it was pitch black. It's gross. It's on its last legs. Might as well do whatever this is with it. We'll let that axle cook and now take a look at the brakes, or I don't know. I could look up what these little sub plates are called, but I don't care. I'm not sure what I'll replace those boots with, but I'll figure something out. That was more effort than I thought it would be. I like this system. It's really nice and simple. What's still holding this on, then? What I'm mainly impressed by is the actual shoe adjustment mechanism. The fact that it is A, external, and B, really simple and not some stupid wheel thing. I just think that's really cool. I just made up my own disassembly method, but what I'm doing is using the parking brake lever to separate the shoes so I can get the brake cylinder out. I don't know what the proper way is, but I also don't care. Actually, I don't even think I had the workshop manual at the time. So, yeah, save your complaining for later. Since that was so nice, it's time I do it twice. Notice how neither of the brake cylinders have the C-clips they're supposed to have. I have no idea how this is supposed to come apart, so whatever. That's just gonna have to do it. While all the internal bits are being thoroughly cooked in the ultrasonic cleaner, we get to paint everything now, which is super fun. This is one of my favorite scale modeling tricks, but you paint all the hard-to-reach areas with black first. That way, if you miss them later with your final coat, it doesn't really matter since it'll be a shadow anyway. It also saves you the trouble of trying to, get your final coat in there. Like, what if it's something with metallic flake? Can't exactly just layer that on. Paint and primer, no. That's neat. I don't even know what this is. What the hell is this? Blue, I think. Yeah, that's gotta be blue. Yellow. Red. But it's broken. That's a bummer. Metallic. Berry pink. Okay. Let's do that. There's some shit on the nozzle though, so. Oh, no. Is it toast? Oh man, that's kind of a bummer. Uh-oh. I fucked up. Yep, I fucked up.
Gloss key lime. Okay. If this one works, this will be funny. Oh, don't die on me, you piece of shit. Come on. No. Alright, we're going back to pink. Because that lime can is toast. So, I don't know what to tell you.
You know, I don't feel the need to explain myself. Too bad.
Wow, that looks like shit. That's perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. Oh boy. Mail time. Sweet. More stickies. I love these magnetic business cards. I've talked about this before, but they're awesome. Like, come on, guys. Magnets are so cheap. Just, like, that way I can, you know, not waste sticker space. And, oh. Really? Thermostat gaskets. That's not very exciting. I have a feeling, since these are really heavy, that they are the, brake cylinders I ordered. Yes, they are. That's a pretty... Yeah, that looks about right. But it's a good thing I got those, because I kind of messed up the old ones. Yeah. But at least I can verify that, yes, they are indeed the same. Or, well, they're not the same, but they're pretty damn close. I got more stuff to open, and hopefully that fountain covers up the little kids standing next door. They are annoying. I cannot wait for school to start for them. Every day. Alright, look at it. Oh boy. That belt I wanted. Yeah. Whew, they weren't kidding when they said that was old stock. And, what are you? Thermostat? Okay, whatever. Oh! Sweet.
Alright, it's finally time to start putting these things back together. And, guess what? Assembly is the reverse of disassembly. Yay. You're not off the hook, though. I'm still gonna make you watch it. Sorry. I'm not sure what the best way is to get the springs back in, so for the moment, I'm just gonna stick to my guns and struggle with some vice grips. Can't go wrong there.
Oh my god, okay. It just takes a little finesse.
And we're done. Finally, that felt like forever. Either way, the axle's taken care of. I know we're not really done, but, you know, this is my race. I get to choose where the checkpoint is. Or the checkered flag. Anyway, whatever. That doesn't matter. Rear axle is done, and I'm happy enough to leave it alone for a while. So I'm not gonna touch this until it goes back on the car, and then I need to, well, tune everything once it's assembled. I'm not really sure when that's gonna be, because I've gotta... Well, now I've got to deal with chopping up the orange car and somehow merging the two, and now it's the rainy season, and oh, it's a whole debacle. But either way, I know this one was boring. Sorry about that, but sometimes this is a little boring. Either way, thanks for sticking around. Catch you guys next time. Peace.